Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another show of Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another show of the Bronze Reaper podcast. Give me a second, everybody. There's another Bronze Reaper podcast. I hope everybody's having a good Thursday. It's almost one day close to a weekend. Hope everybody's having a good day and enjoying their week. Um, I'm I got a big announcement, and before I start, my birthday's next week, so I'm gonna throw a birthday podcast on Thursday. So we will be up all night. We're gonna be up until like 1, 2, maybe even 3 o'clock, but we're gonna start around 10 o'clock. And we're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna talk about, and this is my 40th birthday, so I might even get a bottle and drink with y'all. Wake up with a headache. But I'm gonna say this, everyone. We got a great show today. Great, great, great show. The question is, give me 1 second, everyone. Are the tethers the new face of white supremacy? The reason why I asked that, and I'm talking about immigrants that undermine Black Americans. I'm talking about the Nick Fuentes, the Myron Gaines, the Walter Wheats, um, just all these people. Any person that you can name, are they the face of white supremacy now? We seen the bozo shit that Myron Amuru Habibi Gaines did, because we know that's not his real name. So we're just gonna call it as it is. But it is what it is. Like my nigga use a tether. You know, you're an Arab coon. But my nigga, this is what you do. You're the new face of white supremacy. You know? Cause white people can't do it, so they just have other people do their work. You know, just as the liberals have black people doing their work in the 1960s. Motherfuckers getting hung by trees, getting beat the fuck up by cops. It was because of the liberals. Now the conservatives got people doing it. You know, it's just we're gonna watch a video. We're also gonna watch a video today. We're gonna watch a few of Myron Gaines at a fucking school, man. Jesus Christ. Give me a second. Myron Gaines at a fucking school trying to tell people, give people political advice. I don't. Sometimes I just think it's a joke. You know, I, yeah. Sometimes I just think it's a joke, man. What people do and letting this motherfucker talk. You know, Amuru. I wouldn't have a conversation with him, and the reason why I say I wouldn't have a conversation about him with him because he don't know shit. He knows shit about shit. You was in Homeland Security. They fired you on your day off. It's just then you cried about getting demonetized, my nigga. Like you can't talk about masculinity then cry when a nigga demonetize you. It's these niggas is crazy out here. Give me a second. Then hold up, let me watch this.
We ain't fighting for a real belt, and you call me out, and I feel like getting in the gloves. I'm gonna get in the gloves. You gonna be 5'2", 110 pounds. I might not even go that hard on you if I feel like you just too small. It's just the end of the story. I don't care how small or big you is. If we ain't fighting for a real title or a real belt, and you call me out, and I feel
But yeah, he I'm gonna be personally honest, the nigga's not a real man. I'm gonna be personally honest. You take it, and I always tell people all the time, you taking advice from a motherfucker who gets all his resources and his game from statistics. He can't be like, oh well, I experienced this. You never hear him talk about what he experienced. He always talks about um statistics. So it's I experienced the hoes. Yeah, I love the hoes. I don't get why people don't love hoes. Nigga. I love the hoes. They put in more work than it. Let me tell you something. Hoes make the world go around. Hoes make the world better. I'm just gonna be personally. I'm sorry, everybody. That's foul, but hoes do make the world better. The shit that your girl won't do, the hoes will. You know, you want to get your balls licked, the hoes will do it. Yeah, hoes is freaks, man. You know, and like I always tell my pops all the time, man. I was like, "Yo, Dad, if you're gonna get a side chick, don't get a D-list side chick." And he's like, "Yo, what do you mean?" And these are the conversations I had with my father. There's a list of side chicks. There's an A-list side chicks. There's a B-list side chicks. There's a C-list side chicks, and there's a D-list side chicks. An A-list side chick is like top tier. Like, okay, you know what? If we get into anything, just know I'm gonna come to your house, or you just my friend when my wife comes, or my baby mama comes. Oh, okay, but you gotta pay. You gotta pay for the yo. You gotta basically be a sugar daddy. Oh, yo, act like you don't know me when you see me. Don't say anything. Da 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 da. Yo, you need some money. Oh, here's some money. You know, you get them. Let me tell you something. The worst bitches you could get is the bitches who already have money. Cause then them bitches will be starting to violate. It is what it is. You know, that's just me. I always hold on. Let me see. That always been my problem. You know, that's why I just stopped fucking cheating. Just those type of girls, man. They're the worst side chicks. Like the Erica Menas, who has a little bit of money. If something don't go her way, she's already telling your wife. You know, I'm just being personally honest. I love side chicks. Like would I ever do it again? Nah, I don't think I'll do it again. Hold on one second. Yeah, it's just I never had that shit. Niggas saying, "Oh, girls are unworthy." Let me tell you something. Side chicks are the most worthiest chicks ever. They like a lifestyle that sometimes you have to pay for, or they just like to fuck. Like what's her name? Jeannie Mai before Jeannie Mai was married to Jeezy, she was a side chick, or she was a sugar mama. No one or the other. And like that, that's why I was told y'all all the time. Like, yo, Jeannie Mai is the greatest side chick probably ever. Wife, no. I would never wife that girl. She talks too much. You know, she'll tell everybody's fucking business and stuff. And certain of her culture, somewhat of her culture, is to blame about it. Because I don't want to say that because I do know Asian culture. It's just the Vietnamese cultures. Well, most Asian culture is very aggressive. The women are aggressive. Niggas talk about black American women are being aggressive. No, Asian women are aggressive. They say foul shit to you and they be joking and stuff, but it's foul, nigga. Yeah, I'm being personally honest. They say foul shit to people. It always been like that, but Jeannie Mai, I think, and I'm gonna say this: Jeannie Mai is a top tier grade A, top tier side chick. All jokes aside, I feel like with Jeezy, he kind of fucked up when he married her and had kids by her and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, that's all she knows. She was married to a white boy for like what 13 years. White boy was letting her get away with everything. It's different. You people gotta understand. It's different when you're messing with a white man and a black man. A black man ain't gonna let you get away with it. A white man's gonna, depending on what type of white man it is gonna, try to leverage with you. You know, it. it is what it is. That's what type of people they are. They'll try. Oh, they don't want to be offensive, but they are offensive and shit like that, and just the whole 9 yards. You know. Um. It's weird. Hold on one second. Yeah, but I would never get advice from Myron Gaines. The shit's just crazy. It's like crazy, crazy. Um, that always been my problem with him. It's like, yo, nigga, how you giving out advice, and nigga, you really never been in like 5 relationships. Relationships is an experience, man. It is. It's an experience. You know, like you call yourself a G. That's a gangster. You're not no gangster. You call yourself a pimp. You don't pimp bitches. Like, and like, let's say, okay, that was a metaphor. Like, my nigga, you don't be getting bitches like that. You just started getting bitches, my nigga, when you started getting money. Like, let's personally be honest, my nigga, and you was paying for it. You told one bitch you don't take girls out. You took Angie out. I'm just being personally honest. Is nigga, you the one who said it. You're fraudulent, my nigga. And don't be like, oh, I'm getting older and all this other stuff. Nah, niggas don't want to hear that shit. I'm gonna be personally honest. Niggas don't want to hear that shit. That's what you did. That's what you said. But hey, that's on you, my nigga. Hold on one second. But honestly, I'm gonna be personally honest. Um, I would never send my kids to South Carolina ever again. Like if I had kids, I would never send them to South Carolina University. Especially my daughter, no. Cause I'll end up going to pop somebody. You know? It's just it is what it is. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna find this shit. Hold on. Oh, they ain't letting me find a little white boy. It's alright. I know how to look this up. This is what we do. Give me a second, everyone. Mm. All right, I'm gonna say this now. What's out for delivery? All right, my books is out for delivery. Um, I do want to say this though. Even Nick Fuentes, he's a Mexican. We don't know who was sleeping with the gardener or the maid, but yeah, he's Mexican. He's a Mexican. He got Mexican heritage, and every time everybody thinks I be joking when I be saying no, the nigga's a Mexican. He's a fucking ungrateful Mexican, my nigga. He think he a white supremacy because somebody was sleeping with the gardener or the milkman. It is what it is. That's just how niggas is, man. Niggas is crazy half the time, especially these Mexicans. Let me tell you about certain Mexicans. I'm gonna be personally honest, cause I have friends that are Mexican. Give me a second. Thing about Mexicans. Do I really want to say this? Nah. All right, I'll say. So Mexicans, they never considered themselves Taino Indian until probably I will say the 1930s or even the 1800s. They didn't consider themselves Taino or native to this land. They just started considering themselves native to this land when reparations started being involved. Not knowing that reparation was already given to the natives. So if they didn't get it, they didn't get it because they have their own land. You know, give me a second. The Native Americans, the red natives, they had a reservation, a reservation. They lived on a reservation. So of course they need to get paid monthly. They get a paycheck every month, my nigga. They should get it. It's their land. This is their land. This is red and black natives' land. We just knew how to fuck with each other. It's just when these white Europeans get involved, there's an issue. There's always an issue. There's always an issue when these white Europeans get involved. It's been like this forever. Record label, white people get involved. Problem. They go to other people's country. Everybody's killing each other. Europeans over there. Problem. Everywhere they go, there's a fucking problem. And this is why I always tell people all the time, the Hebrew Israelites, they tell you their nationality, their bloodline, their lineage starts from Esau. Esau was Jacob's brother. Esau came out red with hair. Only people who are red are white Americans or white Europeans. Excuse me. There's nothing wrong with it. I always tell people all the time, there's nothing wrong with being white. It's just, the truth is the truth. Is this your lineage? Because back in the days, they never talk about anybody being white. Everybody was some type of fair skin color. That's why people always had that problem when they say, "Oh yeah, Jesus Christ was white." Like we could go back to and this is how crazy people are. Give me a second. And let's be honest. Hold on. See any calls for the NBA to I'm gonna say this. All right. I don't have a problem with the Hebrew Israelites. I actually believe in most of that. I believe in all of it to a certain extent, and it's dependent on who's giving the word. I have friends that are Hebrew Israelites, but and the reason why, because not everybody your skin folks your kinfolk. They should have said that shit in the Bible, because they talk about it. They talk about people that look like the Hebrew Israel. They look like Israelites, but they wasn't Israelites. They were like Ham, and they were like Jafar and shit like that. Jafar was like, I think, I don't know. I don't want to say Persian Asian, but Hamanites are Africans, like Africans. Like you could tell the difference between me and another African, just facial wise. We always look different. Kemetic people, Egyptians, these are all different races. Me being Kemetic, it's Egyptians. That's why I always tell my boy, I was like, yo, you're the real Egyptians, right? He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, yo, you're from Uganda. Them niggas was pushed out their country by the Turkish and the Persians. That's why if you look at the Egyptians, they look like Arabs or white people. He was like, nah, I never knew that. So Uganda's really technically not your land. It's you and the Kenyans that used to own Egypt, but y'all don't even know how big Egypt used to be. Egypt used to be big. He's like, I never knew that. Yeah, that shit is crazy. But I do want to say this. Uh, Give me a second. Oh, okay, okay. I do want to say this. The the It's so hard to explain it. The reason why I brought that up, your skinfo is always not your kinfo, is because you have relatives and you have family. You could be like, oh, yo, you know what? That's my brother, my sister, and shit. I don't really fuck with them like that. Those are relatives. Your family is the niggas who's there, you know. And I always tell people all the time, even certain niggas in West Africa, they're not our brothers. You know, most of them niggas turned on us. Let's personally be honest. Most of them niggas turned on us. That's why, like, yo, I'm not gonna push forward or try to make it faster. Like, have a relationship with West Africans and Central Africans. There's certain niggas from West Africa and Central Africa I will fuck with, and I will fuck with them heavy. But let's personally be honest. Don't forget, them niggas sold some of these black people in America. You know, and we don't forget. And I always tell people all the time. I was like, yo, there wasn't that many black people. Yo, there wasn't that many black people that came from Africa over here. There was already somebody already over. There was a lot of us already over here. Even though they don't want to tell that story, it's the truth. And I always tell people all the time, oh, yo, I tell people all the time, yo, everybody's African. Oh, no, not everybody's African. I was like, nigga, what? If black people, if the Asiatic was the first humans on Earth, the oldest humans on Earth, they are black and they're like Asian looking people. Them niggas came from Africa. They came out of an African, a black man. When they got over there, they had an ethnogenesis. That's why they're called Caucasians. Cause they were mixing with niggas from the Caucasus Mountains, the Neanderthals. And plus now they got, don't forget, they have Mongolian blood because uh what's his name? Genghis Khan impregnated 30% of a little bit over 30% of Afri 30 over a little bit over 30% of Asian countries. Most of them niggas have some type of Genghis Khan blood. You know? Give me a second, everybody. I hear something. All right, I'm back, everyone. But yo, you gotta look at that because like niggas been fighting over shit like that. It's stupid. I've been telling people all the time that shit's fucking stupid. You know, because everybody has some type of African blood. It's just the Asians went through an ethnogenesis. They did. They went through an ethnogenesis. They were mixing with Neanderthals. Then don't forget the Mongolian blood. That's why you get some of those them Asian people, they got afros, they got fucking, hips and shit sometimes and stuff like that. They got a body shape and just their diet, Dark skinned as a motherfucker. Some of the motherfuckers is darker than I am. I have known Asians that were darker than I am. You know, but at the end of the day, some of those niggas are not us because, like I said, that ethnogenesis fucked it up. You know, they like their white side more than their dark side. That's why was it the dark skinned Asians are considered farmers and the other ones is considered, oh yo, I got money. All jokes aside. You know, do I think it's a I always thought it was a problem, you know? And the reason why I thought it was a problem because if you think that crazy about your culture and you try to delete your culture, because they're not the only people who did it. These Latin countries did the same bullshit too. That's why most of those people look fucking white. All that Taino shit they be talking, nah, that shit is gone. Most of that shit is gone. You know, and I just gotta be personally honest. Y'all was fucking around with the Caucasoid or the colonizers, whatever y'all niggas like to call them, but nigga, that was your ancestors' fault. Y'all lost your Tainoism. Y'all more conquistadors than Taino. I'm starting to believe that more. And this is why I don't think they like black Americans. This is why I say, yo, you got these, the Valentina Gomes and running around here doing stupid shit, doing some monkey shit and stuff like that. She's a fucking idiot. She is a fucking idiot. And this is what they send. These are the people that they send over from like Mexico and Colombia. This is who these people bring over. And you know what? Let's watch this stupid shit she did. And I'm not even, I used to practice the teaching of Islamic beliefs and shit, and not the Nation of Islam shit, the Arabic. But we're gonna watch this clown bitch do shit, all right? Then she act like she owned fucking Texas. That's crazy.
Rape. Islam is the religion of rape, incest, and pedophilia, where they bow down to a stupid rock and a false prophet. I will never let Sharia law be the Christian
Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. You can't even watch it.
Islam is the religion of rape, incest, and pedophilia, where they bow down to a stupid rock and a false prophet. I will never let Sharia law be the Christian nature. Christian Islam and
Go back in your cage,
Go
dog.
back to your Muslim
Go bark somewhere else. Hey, go bark somewhere else.
Try something, bro. Por acá a la izquierda, a la izquierda. A la izquierda. We're rolling.
Islam is the religion of rape, incest, and pedophilia, where they bow down to a stupid rock and a false prophet.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. She had a lot to say, but let's look at her. She's, what, Colombian? She probably sold a whole bunch of pussy. Came to America. She think her wholeness is just wiped out. She don't know what the fuck she talking about. You's an immigrant, girl. How you talking about other immigrants? I don't get that. You know, and this is why I always tell people about Texas. I love Texas. I think Texas is dope. But the way how they do shit in Texas with, oh yeah, yo, we got white people saying nigga and stuff like that because, yo, we all one. I come from the trenches. So they think everybody from the trenches is a nigga. This is why I don't like Charleston White. Charleston White, he always talking some dumb shit. Oh, it's Texas over here. Nigga, Texas don't even respect you, nigga. How the fuck you talk about, oh yeah, this is Texas. I'm a real nigga. Niggas don't even like you in Texas. You could do all the crashing out that you want to do, my nigga, but yo, niggas don't like you. You out here doing that monkey shit, nigga. And you think niggas are supposed to respect you for that. Niggas supposed, oh, he's a real nigga. You's a dumb nigga. That's what you are. You always been a dumb nigga. And let me tell you something. How you pump faking like you shot somebody, my nigga? You just say you passed somebody the fucking hammer, nigga. That only make you a fucking accessory, nigga. You was scared to go to jail. You did all the, oh, I had mommy and daddy. And you still failed, nigga. How the fuck you failed and you had a mother and a father? As you say, you had both parents in the house and you still failed. I don't get that about y'all niggas and stuff. This is why niggas don't respect you. People don't respect you. You get mad at everybody because niggas wasn't helping you when you was trying to do good. Nigga, you're a grown-ass fucking man. You a grown-ass fucking man. And you get mad because a nigga didn't want to help you? Is this what we doing now? I don't get these bitches. Let's watch her video one more time.
Islam is the religion of rape, incest, and pedophilia, where they bow down to a stupid rock and a false prophet. I will never let you be allowed to protect the Christian nature. Christian nature. Islam and Muslim.
They should have locked this bitch up. I'm gonna be personally honest. They should have locked this dumb bitch up. She want to be a white woman so bad that she'll never be a white. Bitch, you can't even talk. And you trying to be Congress. Who the fuck you gonna talk to? You talk worse than niggas who was in slavery. How the fuck you nigga? And you got these fucking two jigaboo twins. Oh, she's right. Y'all niggas didn't do shit. Y'all niggas can't even save y'all country. Oh, shit. I know who this is. Everybody, this is Tether Kwame. So, yo, Kwame, I had to delete that other. I'm going to say this, all right? I had to delete the other show. Because I got a copyright on that. So, I had to delete it. I didn't know what the copyright, I didn't know if it was a strike, so I just deleted it. But, yo, this nigga Kwame right here, yo. He's the dopest tether you ever meet from New York. I don't know if the nigga's Nigerian or Jamaican. The nigga got a Jamaican Nigerian name. Oh, shit. Shout out to Kwame. Y'all niggas couldn't even save y'all country, my nigga. Come on, Kwame. Don't start that. Oh, shit. But yeah, man, this fucking crazy Mexican Colombian girl. Come on, this bitch can't even this bitch, I don't even think this bitch passed the second grade. She talking about she want to be Congress. Jesus Christ. If I be damn. Oh my God. But this is the shit that Colombia and Mexico gives us. They gave us crazy white bitches like this. Well, Mexican. She's a wannabe white woman. Hey, Kwame, let me ask you a question. I know you're a tether and all of that because you undermine black Americans. It's not because you're an immigrant. It's because you undermine Black America, Black Americans, or foundational Black Americans. Why do they? Why do you? Why do you? What was it? No, we didn't fight for gay rights. That was your liberals. Those are the liberals that help you, that manipulated us to helping you, your aunties and uncles get to this country. We thought we was gonna be on the same side, but we clearly see that we're not. You know, yo, are you from Nigeria or Jamaica? I'm sorry. Kwame sounds like a Jamaican name because I know like 2 or 3 people named Kwame that are Jamaican. Are you Jamaican? How we undermine ourselves? That don't make no sense. You know that don't make no sense, right? It's Let me tell you what it is. It's our alliances. This is why we stopped that align on yo. That's why all your aunties and uncles is getting sent back because of us, because we're not helping. Was he a tether? Stokely Carmichael wasn't a tether. He was an immigrant, but he wasn't a tether. He didn't undermine Black Americans. He fought for Black power. He had to, because you got to look at it. If he never would have fought for Black power, his ass would have been back in that country picking coconuts off trees. I'm Jamaican. Kwame is oh, excuse me. I don't know that. I just asked you, you're African or Nigerian. You got a long ass name like an African. I'm just saying, you got a long ass name like an African, my nigga. Come on, don't you can't get mad at me. Like you got to be like, yeah, well, I do got a long ass name, nigga. Some of your name is from Nigeria. A part of your name is from Egypt, nigga. You got a African Jamaican name. That's why I asked you, nigga. Like, yo, the fuck. You getting mad at me, man? Come on, I just asked the question. Jesus Christ, man. Yo, but what's up with your sister-in-law right here, huh? Why she wilding out? We know that's your sister-in-law. Y'all both tethers. Oh shit. I'm fucking with you, my man, but yo. Yo, she's wilding out. She crashed out. She went to Texas and crashed out like niggas ain't got guns. She won't do that around Black people because niggas will. She already know. You could do that around these Arabs because they could get deported. You can't deport a foundational Black American. We could do 3 weeks. We could do three weeks in jail. Yeah. And I'll send them canteen money. Fuck it. Niggas is crashing out, my nigga. Yo, you better tell your people, you better tell your tether class stop crashing out, making you look crazy, man. They might deport y'all niggas because y'all niggas like her, man, crashing out and stuff, thinking that they white. Like your boy Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is a fucking Mexican. Niggas a Mexican. Hold up. Was you the one who asked me about Minister Louis Farrakhan? I told you his father was Jewish. I told these niggas that I don't know. I think it was some white man or some Nation of Islam nigga. I was like, yo, you know, Minister Louis Farrakhan's father is a Jewish man, right? Oh no, he ain't. Yada yada yada. I was like, nigga, there's nothing wrong with that. He helps the Black community. He's not a tether. He's not a tether. He's an immigrant. He comes from an immigrant background, but he's not a tether. Oh no, not he ain't. Was a West African, West Indian. I was like, nigga, yeah, he's West Indian, but his father is Jewish. I pulled up his father and his grandfather's name. He was a Clark. He was a Jewish man. Nigga got mad. Nigga was trying to delete everything, and I'm like, you can't. It's on live, my man. But yo, this girl's crashing out. Let's get back to it. This girl's crashing out. She don't know what the fuck she talking about. She talking about rape culture. Nigga, if she don't know what goes on in Colombia and in Mexico, human trafficking, sexual assaults, all this shit. Hold on, let me see what my man say. What you say? March on Washington for jobs. Ain't that the gay guy? Baron Rustin? Isn't he gay? Yeah, he fought for gays' rights because he was gay. Of course he was gonna do that. Like, yo, if you would have caught it in the beginning, I said, yo, everybody who's got the same color skin of you is not your brother and sister, is not your kinfolk. They're not your kinfolk. That's why you gotta ask these niggas, yo, where you from? And if a nigga be like, and let me tell you something, he was probably a liberal too. And the reason why I say he was a liberal is because a lot of these liberals fought for gay rights and they undermined black Americans. That's why it didn't take people part of the LGBTQIA community 300 to 400 years to get rights and policies. They didn't. They undermined black Americans. They used, like I said, they undermined it and manipulated the system. And this is why the Black Panther didn't want these gay people in their movement. There was gonna be a group called the Pink Panthers. And they were gonna like, oh yeah, we want to fight for equality for black people too. We knew it went so fast. He's like, hell no, you ain't doing that bullshit. No, don't say that. We have a few coons, but we don't got it like y'all do. Y'all tribalistic. Kwame, you know y'all tribalistic. Look how you talk, my nigga. You talk like you never been to, like you finally been to, you just got to this country, my nigga. You know, you look like one of those white men touch you up in the green, was it? The green card place, man. Then he's like, yo, here's your green card, baby. You did good. Your little Bucci cat did good, player. Yeah. I didn't say you're not listening. I didn't say Stokely Carmichael fought for gay rights. I said the dude Rustin. Byron Rustin was a gay man. I think if I'm not right, if I am right, that guy is a gay man. He fought for gay rights. Yeah, you are a U.S. citizen. Was you anchored over here, or did you? Was you anchored over here, or did you come here when you was little? You could be honest. Oh my bad. No, I didn't say all of that, man. See, yo, you wilding out. That's why, yo, you be wilding out, man. That's why I say, yo, you acting like your homegirl right here. Yeah, your girl just crashed out. She did some monkey shit, nigga. Yeah, see? Yeah, you's an immigrant, my man. You're an immigrant that became a citizen. At least you wasn't anchored over here, my nigga. Anchor, baby, yo. We had you in America just so we could get U.S. citizenship. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. No, I'm just saying. That's how most of y'all niggas come over here. Y'all don't come over here for no good. Nigga, y'all niggas couldn't cut it in Jamaica. So y'all had to come over here. This is the safest place for y'all. Y'all niggas probably came over here with like $4 in flip-flops, my nigga. Because y'all didn't have money when y'all came over here, so, right? I'm being personally honest. Y'all niggas didn't have money. Y'all probably was living with like a whole bunch of cousins, aunties, and uncles. Nothing wrong with that. I just know. Like, I know. Nigga, I dated a lot of immigrants. Why you think I call myself international? There's nothing wrong with it. I just know. Y'all probably live with like 15 niggas in a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment. Them niggas probably had kids too. Then y'all break off when y'all save a little bit of money, and that's what happened. That's what y'all do. I know immigrants. Then y'all was probably on the system. Y'all was on the Section 8. Nigga, when the Section 8 people came, y'all niggas scattered. y'all ran in every different direction. I know, nigga. I know. I never been on Section 8, but I know. It's just He had his own house, and he fought for years. That nigga did not come over here with money, nigga. Let's personally be honest. Your father probably had money for probably a few years because he saved up, probably lived in a homeless shelter, or he lived with a few people. Right? Let's not lie. Let's have an honest. Let's have an honest, debate, my nigga. Let's be honest. That's how niggas do it. You think I'm clowning you, my nigga? I'm not clowning you. I'm just asking. This is what they do. Nigga, it's worse now. It's worse now. It's worse now. I'm telling you, my nigga. There be like 15 niggas up in the house. I know. It's all right. Nigga, how y'all think, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna be personally honest with you. I would never do it, but I know y'all niggas be having like mad niggas in the house. All them niggas is working. Y'all just put y'all little bit of money together just so y'all can live. That's how y'all niggas be having money. Y'all niggas don't be struggling like that because, y'all niggas come in. Y'all niggas come, all y'all niggas off the boat into one apartment or two apartments. Y'all niggas getting help by the government, my nigga. Don't sit here act like y'all not getting help by the government. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all niggas ain't got no money in y'all fucking country, y'all come over here to make money, my nigga. Y'all come over here. How much money you think y'all bringing? Y'all ain't bringing shit compared to money that niggas is already making in America. All y'all do is put all that money together and y'all niggas live in one or two apartments. That's what y'all niggas do. There's nothing wrong with that. The government helps y'all niggas. There's nothing wrong with that. Why you think, nigga? White people are kings and queens of welfare and Section 8. I'm being personally honest. They're the kings and queens of that shit. White people do that. There is nothing wrong with you getting help from the system. But you can't act like you did the shit by yourself and you did it. That's where my problem comes in, is that y'all niggas think y'all did it by yourself. Y'all did it from the bootstrap, and y'all didn't do it. Y'all did it from black help, black resources. That was supposed to be for foundational black Americans. But we came over here at the kindness of our hearts. We was like, we could have y'all niggas come over here, get y'all citizenship, and y'all can live in our communities. Instead of them just keep on sending a whole bunch of Europeans over here. That's what happened. There's nothing wrong with that. We fought for your rights to come over here. Y'all wasn't going to fight for it. I'm just being personally honest. Them niggas went over your country and took all y'all resources. And still doing it to this day. We got 8 communities. What are the communities? Let's see. Oh, watch this. And I bet you they were all foundational black American communities. Go on. What are the communities? This nigga better not say Brooklyn. You better not say Bronx. You better not say Harlem. Because let me tell you what I'm going to say. Those all used to be black communities into the integration. When integration came, niggas got kicked out. That's what integration is. Now, what are the communities? Yes, the government did give you those communities. He said Flatbush, Brooklyn, Queens. Nigga, all those used to be black communities, nigga. Are you serious? How they give you the communities? Integration. That's what I just told you, my nigga. Y'all niggas came in the 60s. All of that shit used to be black ever since the late 1800s. That shit don't make no fucking sense. That's what I just told you. I was like, don't say Brooklyn, don't say Bronx. All that shit used to be black. That's why when niggas talk about hip hop, none of y'all, all that shit started from the South. Started from the James Brown, the Paramounts, P-Funk. None of that Jamaican shit is in there. Come on, toasting. Nigga, are you serious? Y'all niggas couldn't even make y'all own music together. The Puerto Ricans had to help y'all. And the Chinaman. Like, come on, my nigga. Reggae wasn't started by Jamaicans, my nigga. I'm sorry, but it was started by Puerto Ricans and some Chinaman. Where y'all think y'all got the equipment from? We didn't. We didn't flee the country, my nigga. This is all ours. This is all ours. What are you saying? How we flee? This is all ours. This is all ours. How did we flee? That don't make no sense. I didn't have to get a green card to go to the north. That's what I'm trying to say. This is why we say you're a tether. Oh yeah, shout out to you too, bro. Cause yo, my numbers went up from that show too. Toasted. Nigga, nobody don't do no toasting shit. Nobody say yeah man. Nobody say body boy. Nobody say blood clot. We don't say none of that crazy shit. We don't say none of that yard man shit. That's y'all bullshit. We don't say none of that. We've been rhyming since the 30s, the 20s. The doo-wop days, nigga. Come on. Y'all just contribute. You contribute. But we invented. Y'all didn't invent nothing toasting. Don't give a fuck about no motherfucking toasting. Caribbeans. Y'all niggas just want to be so cool, my man. Y'all niggas can't even be cool, my nigga. Y'all niggas can't even, y'all don't even know what, yo, nigga, y'all can't, let me tell y'all something. Oh, the toasted came from Jamaicans that will. Yeah, but we don't do that shit. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't do that shit. We don't do toasting. I don't even know what toasting is. Is that like cheers? Everybody cheers and drink? Nigga, we don't do that. What the fuck is toasting, nigga? Yo, the craziest shit, let me tell you something. Out of all y'all tethers, the craziest shit I heard is Puerto Ricans created spray painting. Oh shit. Y'all niggas is crazy. All y'all New Yorker niggas is crazy. Yo, y'all know that's the crazy thing. And it's all y'all. The thing is, all y'all are foreign. Cause when the original people told y'all it was a black thing. Is the DJ breaking? Nigga, we been breaking records, my nigga. Come on. Are you really? Bro, really? Y'all just got, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna pimp you to something. When y'all created reggae, y'all didn't get none of that shit. Y'all didn't get none of the DJ stick, the electronics. That came from the Chinaman. The China woman. The China woman right now is in New York. She's the creator of that. That breaking and stuff, that came from us. But y'all used to just play things. We already had block parties and shit like that. We were already doing shit like this. Who you gonna say, DJ Herc did it? DJ Herc got all this shit from black people. That's what, I'm being personally honest. He got all that shit from black people. That Jamaican shit, niggas wasn't doing that. Niggas already said that, like, yo, DJ Herc wasn't good on that shit. That's why he did certain things. Yeah, like I said, we created it, but he contributed to a lot of hip hop. Yes. Made hip hop in Barbados, put the name on it in '82. But hip hop was created in the early '60s. But the blueprint already started in the 1930s. Niggas was already breakdancing in the 1930s down south. Niggas was already spray painting in Philly. Niggas, all that music that they were getting wasn't reggae music. It was all funk music. The way niggas was dressing and shit like that, that came from James Brown. It didn't come from Jamaicans, cause nigga, when y'all came over here, y'all niggas came over here with some shorts and a wife beater with the holes in it. Yeah, with the hats. Niggas wasn't doing that shit, my nigga. Niggas was militant out here. You know? Nigga, if niggas wasn't militant out here, niggas was fly. How is he the father of hip hop and he didn't create shit? He just contributed. That's what I'm trying to say. He contributed. He didn't create anything. What did he create? He didn't create breaking. I'm being personally honest. He didn't create breaking. Niggas was already doing that before him. He just did what people taught him. He didn't do anything, my nigga. Real talk. He contributed a lot, yes. He contributed. What's the shit that he contributed? Him and African Bombada. Freaky Deaky Bombada over there. You create, is African Bombada, is he from Jamaica too? Bombada's from Jamaica, huh? He like the little boys down there. That's why he wasn't trying to come back up here to the States, man. That man's in hiding right now. All y'all Zulu Nation niggas. Yo, let me ask y'all a question. Why y'all let that nigga do that to the boys? Why you let Bombada do that shit to the boys? You from Boston. And you know more than I witness. Who says her created hip-hop? Her didn't create hip-hop. Hip-hop was already created, my nigga, from the South. That's a Southern thing. Oh, he from the Caribbean? Yeah, you know that boy. You know Bombada like touching little boys, huh? Yeah, you know that, right? Y'all claiming that, right? I'm just asking. That's the people y'all sent to New York, right? Yo, my man, you're wilding out here, man. Bombada, his family's from the Caribbean. Yo, y'all wilding, man. These are the type of people y'all sending over here. Oh my God. Y'all talk about foundational black Americans and y'all send freaky deaky fucking African Bombada over here. Y'all niggas is wildin'. Why everybody from New York? Because they're Caribbean. From Ohio, telling people in New York who found it. Y'all didn't found hip hop. Hip hop was already founded. It's just y'all just put everything together. That's all y'all did. Y'all really didn't create anything. Y'all just put everything that you learned from everything that was from the South. Niggas was already rhyming down South. Niggas was rhyming on the radio stations. Niggas was rhyming on doo-wop and the funk. What else? Fucking niggas was breakdancing down in 1930s in South Carolina. Like my nigga. Your OG, the black OGs will tell you that. It's like, yo, these Caribbean niggas didn't create anything. Y'all Jamaicans wasn't even fucking with black people like that. Let's personally be honest. You know, you heard of the shower posse, right? What's his name? Christopher Cokes? Y'all wasn't fucking with black people. The Puerto Ricans wasn't either. They were calling themselves Germans. Like, yo, y'all niggas wasn't fucking with black people. How did we all of a sudden come together this kumbaya shit? I'm being personally honest. When did this fucking kumbaya unity shit come from when we had the shower posse? When we had the Latin Kings? Puerto Ricans created fucking freestyle music. When the fuck we were doing freestyle shit in fucking hip hop? Yeah, you had a few rebels, but they were contributing. We already did all this shit. I'm being personally honest. Just put put it all together. Okay, he put it, like I said, that's contributing, my nigga. He contributed. He put all of it together. Yes, that's contributing. He didn't create anything. He didn't invent anything. Invent anything. I'm just being personally honest. He didn't invent anything. He didn't. Toasted. Niggas was already doing that. Y'all niggas was just catching up. I'm just being personally honest. He was just catching up. They contribute a lot. A lot of them contribute a lot, but it was in the 80s and somewhat in the 70s. The ones that were rebels. Oh, man, here we go. Don't you understand that they are trying to eliminate our race, freedom, and culture? If they were trying to eliminate black race, they would have done that shit probably like 200 years ago. I'm just personally being honest. They would have done that years ago. Bismarcky, what? What did Bismarcky do, man? I'm just saying, yo, yeah, we know Biggie's Jamaican, yeah. What's dude Creole's name? Something Creole something. He used to be with the Furious Five. He's Haitian. Or is he Haitian? I think Creole something. But I'm just saying, like, yo, y'all contribute a lot. Y'all contribute more than everybody else. But y'all didn't create anything. There's nothing wrong. Like, black people didn't create basketball, but we contribute a lot to basketball. We contribute a lot to football. We contribute a lot to baseball. And the Latinos contribute a lot to baseball. Black people invented hockey. But white people contribute more than black people. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, hockey was invented by black Canadians. But but white people contribute more. They had a bigger impact than what we created. Pop Smoke's an immigrant. He's not a tether. He's an immigrant, not a tether. Kwame, we went through this again, man. We know what's the difference between an immigrant and a tether. You know the difference. We talked about this last time. Kwame, you don't be disingenuous. We talked about this last time. The difference between an immigrant and a tether is a tether undermines foundational black Americans' progress. Yes. That's the difference. You know, but like by all means, you can do it. I'm not mad. You know, that's your thing. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But we can, these are the people that you're sending over here. Like, Valentina Gomes. Those are the type of people y'all send over here. Y'all send y'all worse. But this is what y'all do. Y'all talk about, black Americans are doing this and black Americans are doing that. But when we ask you, okay, what are these people's backgrounds? What are their nationality? When they start saying Jamaican and African, whoa. We all one. We all from Africa. You start this Africa bullshit. We black. We all black bullshit. This is what you do. Cause I could do this. What since all these towns in New York is West Indian? Why have y'all been fucking up the state? Why have y'all been fucking up New York? Shooting people, killing people, doing foul shit. 500 Haitians, over 200 million, was it probably 30 million black Americans? They didn't do shit. We already cleared everything. They just did the cleanup. 500 Haitians just did the cleanup. That's all they did. The fuck? Are we really giving credit for, for people just coming over here and just all cleaning up? We giving credit now? Don't do that. My family is from Savannah, Georgia, so please don't do that. Please don't do that. I know the story. They just did a little cleanup, and that's it. Some of them niggas went back, some of them niggas stayed. But they did a little cleanup. It's not that, it ain't that serious. We stopping white people from buying the whole FBA, Fleet Hardo. That's what y'all stopping? Y'all can't even stop niggas in your country. Y'all can't even stop niggas in your country from stealing y'all fucking resources, my nigga. Come on. Yeah, there was probably like 30 million black Americans already. Yes. Y'all just did a little cleanup. Yes, we did all the heavy lifting. Yeah, we did all the heavy lifting. That's like saying, why did they bring the Irish over here? Cause they were indigent servants. They wasn't slaves. They were indigent servants. An indigent servant is like paying off a fucking debt. That's all it is. I could treat you anyway. You have to deal with everything I give you, but after the end of but what you paid for is you got $1 million worth of whiteness. Why you think there's so many Irish in the New England region? They all left the South and went to the Northeast. That's why you got your Whitey Bulgers and shit like that. You know? I'm just being personally honest. Shit like that happens. Yeah, but they helped a little. They contribute, but they didn't help with anything. Like, look, come on, we're not gonna do that. Nah, let's not do that. So you trying to tell me they created? I'm gonna pimp you to something. So you said there was only 5 million black people who fought in that war, but there's like 43 to 40, we'll say 42 million black Americans that live in America now. How does that add up to right now? How does that add up to right now? There's we're going to say 42 million black Americans now. How does that add up from 1779 now? Something's not mathing. Kwame, something's not mathing. Probably like, they said like this, like 5 million. Stop calling them tethers, immigrants, because some immigrants rock with us. But y'all tethers, y'all rock with the white supremacy. You know, you one of those Myron Gaines type of niggas. You know? I'm just being personally honest. You's a Myron Gaines type of niggas. You know, the Nick Fuentes and shit. Who thinks he's white. He's not even white. This nigga, let me tell you about Nick Fuentes. He got ran out. This nigga got packed out and ran out by trannies in Boston. That's why he's back in Chicago. He said he didn't feel safe. Them niggas packed him out. That's the type of niggas that y'all praise, man. Those are your niggas. The fuck? Getting packed out by niggas with lace fronts, man. What's going on, man? Those are your peoples. That's a tether, man. They brought slaves from Caribbean, so you really don't know who's it. Yeah, we do know. We just, like I said, this is what you do. Where's your mother from? Oh, my mother's from, if you say your mother's from Chicago, or put it this way, if you say anything about the East Coast, you say, oh yeah, my mother's from Boston. Okay, where's your grandmother from? If you be like, oh yeah, my grandmother's from Jamaica or somewhere out the country, yeah, you're an immigrant. You're a second class. Yo, you're probably a first generation immigrant. No, we don't fuck with that Pan-Africanism. Yo, your shit was sponsored. Your shit was funded by the CIA, my nigga. Pan-African was funded by the CIA. Do we gotta go through this again with God? What's his name? Marcus Garvey, man. Cause y'all niggas in Jamaica did not treat that nigga right. Y'all niggas didn't treat him right. Under British rules, Jamaican-born African Caribbeans were brought to Mississippi. No, don't start that lying now, man. Dude, you just said. Are you gonna really start that lying now, man? Are you really gonna start lying like that? Okay, let's do this. Let's play hypotheticals. I don't like to do hypotheticals, but I'll play hypotheticals. Hypothetically, say that is true. How does that still equal 42 million people now? How does that still equal 42 million people now? That still doesn't equal 42 million. And the enslaved population was 400,000. I'm saying, listen, people that came from Africa was only 400,000 enslaved Africans. Where did these other people come from? We can even throw that in there. 400,000, the extra 400,000 just to help your argument. How does that still equal 43 million people? No. 400,000, that's it. It was only 400,000. It wasn't 5 million. No, it was 400,000. Don't forget, we keep census of this shit. Yes, we keep census. I can give you the answer. Would you like me to give you the answer? Fuck it, I'm gonna give you the answer. It's called an ethnogenesis. An ethnogenesis, that means there was already people over here fighting. John Horse was mixed with Native and Black, or a foundational Black American. He was never a slave. He fought for 30 years. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There was already people over here. Hold on, I think they packing out somebody's car. Give me a second, everyone. Oh no, I thought somebody's car was getting packed out. But yeah, it's called an ethnogenesis. There was already people over here. No, there was a little bit more. There's a little bit more. There wasn't that many slaves. It was like less than 400,000 because a lot of them didn't make it. There was more slaves that went to Brazil than America. I can say that. Yeah, there was like 4 million slaves from Africa that went to Brazil. Yeah, there's only 400,000 that came to America. That's it, man. Less. That's the less. I'm being personally honest. That was it. Only 400,000. It wasn't millions. Yo, and the thing about it, I used to think millions like 6-7 years ago. I used to think, yo, this is 400 or 500 million, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, I used to think it was some crazy number. Like it was like, nigga, 8 or 9 ships. No, nigga, it was only like probably 2 or 3 ships. Then you got to look at it. Some of those people who didn't make it, some people who jumped over. That's why I say it was like probably less than 400,000. It wasn't millions. You know, that's why I say, yo, that number doesn't add up. It doesn't. It doesn't add up. That doesn't. Yeah, you can have breeding. Yo, you know how many they would have to breed a day just to get that number? You know how much like nut you have to bust to have kids, and sometimes it just doesn't work. Like, come on, man. Yo, my grandfather was born in 1892, my nigga. Come on, I know. And I was raised with him. He never told me that. Oh, yo, I'm African American. He never told me that. He's like, nigga, you're not from Africa. He always told me that. He always said that shit. He said, yo, I'm not from. He said, you're not from Africa, nigga. That's what he said. He said that shit all the time. He was born in 1892. Nigga, I'm telling you the truth. My grandfather was born in my mother's mother was born in Selma, Alabama. The nigga had cotton fields. He lived on a farm. He always said we are not African. This is a nigga who was born in the late 1800s. I was born in 85. I'm being virtually honest. He never said that. He's like, yo, you're not African. Nigga, the triangle slave trade. Yeah, nigga, I get that. I get all of that. But, yo, there was only less than 400,000 people who came to America. It's not that many people. Yo, Kwame, you wildin'. Hold on, let me see. Yo, Kwame, you wildin', my nigga. Niggas always say, yo, and the thing about it, niggas always say, like, yo, it was like 2-3 million. Nah, nigga. That shit still doesn't. Nigga, let's say they did send 2 or 3 million people over. How the fuck we still get 42 million? And you said the 1860s? Yes. No, man. Nigga, y'all needed those people. And don't do the Creole shit, cause let me tell you what Creole means. Cause we have this Haitian Creole. There's Creole in America. There's Cape Verdean Creole. It's just broken. It's just broken English. That's all it is. It's just a broken English. It's not no. Oh, yo, it's like some type of French. No, it's just broken language, bro. I'm telling you. Don't do that to yourself, man. Don't do that to yourself. I ain't gonna, Kwame, I'm not gonna let you do that to yourself. I'm not gonna let you do that to yourself. Yeah, niggas used to think, oh, yo, it was like, yo, 400 million. Okay, bust this. I'm about to pimp you this. I'm gonna read something to you. Yeah, that's a Creole dish. Not from West Africa, my nigga. Yo, Africa don't even have the same type of food that we have in America. So how's that the same shit from Africa? That don't make no sense. The way how we make stew, they don't make stew like that. I make West African dishes, man. Our stew be like soup. Their stews don't be like soup. Their stew is like, yo, you could put it on some rice and eat it. It's like stir fried, but like a stew type, you know? Oh, jokes aside, yo, I fuck with African food, my nigga. I'm telling you. I like curry goat and shit like that. It's just like, yo, my nigga, their shit is different from our shit. You gotta understand too. We had to recreate everything over, and we know nothing about Africa. So how the fuck everything we make is African, and we know nothing about Africa? We know nothing about Ethiopia, man. Come on, let's not do that. We don't know nothing about that shit, bro. We know nothing about Africa. Africa don't know nothing about Africa. They're calling themselves Nigerian. Some white women who colonized that country called them Nigerians. Why the fuck would I want to give these niggas credit? Nigga, come on. Are you serious? Yo, my nigga, we created all this shit. You're gonna tell me sooner or later macaroni and cheese came from fucking Africa. That's what you're gonna say. And before you say that, I'm not gonna let you do that to yourself. Look up James Madison. Is it James Madison who created the macaroni and cheese in DC? It was one of. Oh shit! Here we go. Now we're East Africans now, right? Now we're East Africans. This nigga's crazy. Nigga, they don't cook like us. Africans don't cook like Americans. They don't. So how the fuck? How the fuck they have everything that we have now? That shit don't make no sense. Yo, sooner or later you're gonna be saying, yo, watermelon came from Ghana. That's what you're gonna say. Yo, my nigga, you crazy right now. You a wild. We know nothing about Africa. Nigga, you don't know nothing. Yo, nigga, you're more African than I am. You're more African than I am, bro. All your food comes from Africa. You sure? Nigga, they don't cook like us, bro. They don't cook like us. You can eat all that bushmeat all you want, my nigga. The craziest shit that I think Americans eat is like pig, fucking raccoons and shit like that. And that's because, yo, those are wild animals. We can't eat that shit up in the East Coast or New England because niggas, those got rabies. I knew it. I knew you gonna say that shit. I knew you was gonna say that shit. Yo, nigga, you wildin'. You are wildin'. This is the shit I gotta do. Yo, when everybody sees this later, yo, Kwabi, you're wildin' right now. You're wildin'. And the reason why I'm saying you're wildin' is because this nigga's crazy. This nigga's batshit crazy. Nigga. All that shit originated from it. So why don't they cook like us? Why don't they cook like us? All the students who came from America of the South. Yeah, we're famous for it, my nigga. Y'all, they don't make no gumbo over there, bro. They call it a goosey, nigga. You talk about a goosey soup? That's the beef stew? That's the Creole stew? My nigga crazy. See, yo, let me show you. Just to show you I'm not fucking around. I use cookbooks to cook. Creole and stuff. That's the shit I be fucking with. You know? Gumbo's literally African. A goosey, right? It's called a goosey? It's called goosey? It's alright, man. Yo, we know nothing about Africa, my nigga. So how I'm asking you, yo, if we know nothing about Africa, why are these are African foods? Why you consider this shit as African food and we know nothing about Africa? Oh, yo, let me read something. Okay, I'm gonna read this last line. It says, and how many of these 10.7 million Africans were directed to North America? Only 388,000. That's right, a tiny percentage made it. You were right. They sent like 10 to 12 million over, but only 388 enslaved Africans made it. That's it. That's only the people who made it, man. That's it. That's why I say it's less than 400,000. Like they sent mad of them over there. They just didn't make it. You know? Let me see. 12 million Africans were shipped to the New World. 10 million. All right, so let me tell you how many was shipped over total. There was like 12 million that was shipped total over from the Caribbeans. And this is the transatlantic slaves. Let me see, between 1525 to 1866. Entire history of the slaves. All right. To the transatlantic slaves that database, 12.5 million Africans were shipped to the New World. 10.7 survived the dreadful Middle Passage to embark in North America, the Caribbean, in South America. And how many of these 10.7 million Africans were shipped directly to America, to North America? Only 388,000. That is right, a tiny percentage. That's it. Yes, and some of them just died, man. Some of them died. I told you that they were shipped over there. You were probably right. Yeah, they shipped them over there, but only like less than 400,000 people made it. I told you that. I'm not gonna lie to you, my man. Come on. Why would you think I'm gonna lie to you? Come on, Kwame, man. You think I'm gonna do that to you, man? You foul, man. I'm not tribalistic. You know that. I tell you this shit all the time, my nigga. Hey, man. No, there was like 4 million. There was like 4 million of Brazilians, I think. It wasn't like no 100 million. It was like 4 million that made it. Like that's why it says 10. Was it 12.7 total 12.5 million Africans. This is what I'm talking about. You know, those are the only people that made it. You know, there wasn't that many people. Because you got to look at it. There was already people over there in that country, in Brazil, and even in some of these other countries, even in your country, in Jamaica. There were people already over there. There wasn't like not that many people. It wasn't like, oh, yo, there wasn't nobody there and there was just fucking animals running around. No, there was native people running around there. Yeah, Native American Indians. So you're probably like a Native American Indian. You don't even fucking know. Don't do that 23andMe bullshit. That shit don't work. That shit is fake. You know, it's just like, yo, y'all don't got census in Jamaica, so y'all would never find out. That's the crazy part. You know, like my family has census. I can go back to probably the 1400s? Yeah. Because my family was already here. That's why I always tell you, like, yo, I'm not African. Most of us is not African. So most of us was already over here. Like, yo, I got family in fucking Alaska. Like, I mean, I got blood lineage in Alaska. It's just, it is what it is. You know, but like I said, you can't do that. Oh, yeah, they created gumbo and all. Nigga, we was already doing all of that shit. We were already lit out here. It wasn't like, oh, niggas was in chains and like, yo, they were just doing whatever they want. No, niggas was fighting. Niggas was really killing these white people. Why you think? Let me ask you a question. I don't know if we talked about this. I didn't say native. I said native to that land. I said you could have probably been native to that land. There was already native Indians over there. So I said you probably could have been native to that land. I don't like to use native Indians because the reason why white people say Indians, because they thought they were in India. So, yeah. That's why they say native Indians. But you got to look at it. You think these white people, out of the kindness of their heart, say, yo, you know what? I think, yo, we are doing an evil thing and we got these people as slaves and we shouldn't be doing this. You know what? How about we free all these black people? You think that they did that? No, it's like, yo, they were like, yo, these niggas is killing us. Yo, we're losing a lot of money just try to, protect everybody. How about we just let these niggas free and like make some other shit for them? No, niggas was fighting. Niggas was really killing these white people. Yeah. You ever heard about Bass Reeves? When this nigga Bass Reeves got out of slavery, he beat the shit out of his slave master. Yeah. Nah, they justify enslaving us using the curse of Ham. But we're not Hammonites. That's the thing. We're not Hammonites. Hammonites is East Africans. Those are Hammonites. In the Bible, those are Hammonites. We don't look nothing like Hammonites. You will be considered an Israelite. Probably Benjamin, I think. Yes. Don't listen to white people. White people don't even know their own histories. That's why I tell white people all the time, I say, well, if you don't like America, you could go back to Georgia, Russia, in the Caucasus Mountains. That's where you were originally from anyways, because you didn't like the sun. Why you think, yo, you got to look at it. Why you think niggas live in houses? I'm asking you a question. Why you think niggas live in houses? What do they represent? Yeah, they were losing money. It just didn't make sense because, yo, people were dying. If niggas is dying and all these revolts, you gotta pay the military. The military ain't free. Yeah, there was a war. There was a war. Black people were lining them up. Like I said, black people already knew Louisiana. The French didn't know Louisiana, so they had to sell it like, yo, fuck it. This is a headache. That's why they say always pick your battles, my nigga. You gotta pick your battles. When you pick your battles, this is what happened. Yeah, you gotta pick your own battles. Yeah. Once you start picking your battles, you understand, my niggas. Like, nah, that shit ain't even worth fighting for, my nigga. Give this shit to them. But let me tell you something about Haitians. Haitians can tell, oh yeah, we was the first one to rebel and have our independence, but what did they do with it? They didn't do shit with it. Them niggas is still hurting from the 1802s, nigga. What the fuck? Them niggas just became independent in 1946. That's when their debt was done, 1946. Do you want to be like those niggas? Their country's in shambles right now. They ain't got shit. Destroying crops and just about that probably was it. I just know that they tell this story where niggas is in shackles getting beat the fuck up and all this other stuff. Nah, some of us niggas wasn't doing that. Some of us niggas was really killing these people. Some of these black folks is very vicious. Yeah, that's why their country's all fucked up. That's why their country's fucked up now. Yeah, the French, it's like, yo, they were paying the reparations to the French. That was reparations that they were paying to the French. Oh, jokes aside, that's reparations. Yeah. Why you think you got niggas like Barbecue now in Haiti right now wilding out, having his own military, with military training? He has military training. Yeah, Barbecue's, he's no joke. I know, I'm not a liaison about fucking history, but I know some shit. It's just, you can't be listening to these white people. Oh yeah, we had these niggas in chains and all. Back in the day, they used to tell black people, yo, we treated our slaves so well. We didn't brutally beat them and shit like that. And we got pictures, niggas hanging from trees like ornaments. Yeah, that's where that Christmas shit come from. Hanging on the ornaments and shit came from hangings. Yeah. Presents? Well, that's more pagan. They used to call it gift giving, where white people used to like fuck each other and stuff. Men and women. They didn't give a fuck. They was just fucking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where Christmas came from and shit. Yeah, it's like an Austrian. The Christmas tree is more Austrian, Hungary culture. Yeah, so it's not a Christian culture. They just didn't want to leave their paganism shit alone. Yeah, the French had to pay because they took all they paid off the debt so they can do trade in the rest of the world. Yeah, the Haitians had to pay all that money, man. That's why their country's fucked up. Yeah. That's why I say, yo, 1802, nigga, tell the whole story. Why your country's fucked up if you had freedom? They'd be like, oh, it's the government. It's the gut. No, it's because nigga, y'all was paying off that debt from was it 1802 to 1946. Now y'all ain't got shit. Yeah. It only been what? It been like 80 years already? Just about 80 years? And their country's still fucked up. It still is. Let me tell you something. There's certain places like that. The South hasn't recovered either. That's why everything down south in America is cheap because they still haven't recovered from the Civil War. They lost all their slaves, they lost all the free labor and shit like that. That's why reparations is you need to give reparations to foundational black Americans because they took 90% of black Americans' wealth. Only 10% got it. That's why niggas is like, yo, you owe like 20, 30 trillion. And every year you want to hold, the shit's going to go up. It's not going to be cheap. Oh, they're going to buy Nike. Nigga, you don't worry about what niggas is buying. You don't say nothing about these drunk ass Native Americans running around drinking their whole fucking paycheck reparations up. You don't yell at the fucking Japanese for eating dog and cat, still sushi dog and cat. Well, let me not say that. That's just fucked up. That shit fucked up. But we don't talk about the Japanese like that. And they got paid reparations. We don't tell Israel what they do with their money. Like, let's personally be honest. And they got reparations. No, it won't go bankrupt. That's a fucking lie. They've been telling them, no, these Democrats been telling America we haven't had money in years. But when this pandemic happened, everybody was getting a paycheck. Just about everybody was getting a paycheck a monthly. So that shit don't make no sense. They do got money. Didn't they find millions and billions of dollars of, fucking this reckless money that they've been spending reckless? Yeah, they do got money. It's just, yo, I'd rather you just say, yo, I don't want to pay these niggas. Than to be like, oh, yo, make up some Mayo excuse. That's a white supremacy excuse. They don't got no money. Them niggas do got money. You can, and y'all can't even make a policy for black America. You can't make a policy for black people, period. Even including you. You got no policies. That's not my problem, what they live off of. You still got to pay the fucking piper, right? If I be like, oh, well, you know what? I don't have my rent money. Can I pay next week? They're going to be like, nigga, I'm going to sell your house next week too, my nigga. The fuck? You better pay this shit. That's what they're going to say. Like, let's personally be honest. We can't keep on doing this. They just need to pay. Just pay it. And it's more than just trillions. They could just start off with 20 trillion, 16 trillion, 15 trillion. I'm just being personally honest. In the next 5 to 10 years, give another 16 trillion. There's something called the U.S. Reserve where they can just print out money. You know that, right? Put it this way, nigga. If I want to buy Jordans and Hennessy with my check, let me do it. Why the fuck niggas need to know what I'm doing with my fucking money? No, we got certain resources. It's just we don't got the greatest resources. Like, we don't got resources like Africa. Africa's a poor-ass country, but it got resources. It has the richest resources in the world. That's why everybody goes to Africa. It's just Africans don't know that. Africans, and this is why I always tell people all the time, Africans are not that smart. Yes, they do. And this is why I tell you all the time. I was like, yo, you can't do that. You got to look at it. Kwame, I'm going to pimp something to you. If black Americans get reparations, do you know what that shit will start in Jamaica, Haiti, the other Caribbean countries, Africa? That will start some big shit. That will start a revolt against these European countries. Even Africa. But the thing about it, y'all so tribalistic, y'all can't even put 2 and 2 together. Oh, we shouldn't pay these niggas. These niggas don't deserve anything. Then you gotta look at niggas in your countries like, yo, if these niggas get money, nigga, we could do the same thing. Then after that, y'all will have a bigger support because we got it. We understand. We'll give you the game plan. We'll give you the blueprint. We will back you up. Only people who push reparation for FBAs are African unions. No, it's not African unions. No, we're not gonna say no Africans. Not a lot of Africans is helping. Africans is kissing the feet of white people. I'm just gonna be personally honest. It's just it is what it is. They always done that. This is why we're talking about this situation right now. Are tethers the new face of white supremacy? You got your Myron gangs. We were just watching, what's her name? Valentina fucking Gomes. This is why we're talking this way. This is why we're like, oh, yo. First of all, y'all trying to mix and mingle our fucking history. You trying to erase our history, saying that this shit never happened with black. Let me ask you a question. In 200 to 300 years, do you think they're going to be talking about, oh, yeah, Jamaica was a slave country? They're going to be like, oh, yeah, Jamaicans were already there. No, they're not helping. They're not advocating on no shit. No, they're not. They're probably doing it for y'all. And the thing about it, I'll say this, and this is why I say, yo, y'all should have been backing up foundational black Americans. This shit would have never went left. I'm being personally honest. This shit would have never went left if y'all was backing them up like, yo, them niggas do deserve reparation. But y'all like, oh, yo, we ain't gonna get shit. But y'all don't understand, this shit's gonna start unraveling in your country too, where you could go back to your countries like, yo, I want my reparations from this English motherfuckers. These English motherfuckers should have never done that shit. And it could crumble England. It will crumble England because don't forget, England, UK don't produce anything. They just take from everybody else. That's why you got the prime ministers and the duchess and shit. They can't produce anything. They really can't. What the fuck can they produce in England? What, potatoes, nigga? That's every part of England, nigga. I mean Europe. Only thing they can produce is fucking potatoes. We can't talk about Spain because the Moors built that, and these white people was pimping out their daughters to the Moors. That's why you got those people with darker skin in Spain, because they were fucking around with the Moors. Yeah. Okay, but what are they doing? Are they doing this shit like what's her name? Ayanna Presley's doing the HR 40, and all of them are immigrants over there. Like, yeah, we're gonna help. Them niggas ain't trying to help. Them niggas just trying to disrupt the shit. That's why niggas ain't taking that shit serious. Let me tell you something. How are they hijacking reparations while you had niggas like Tariq Nasheed been doing it? All you had to do was go up to Tariq Nasheed, and he'll pimp you to everything. Niggas could call him he's a murderer, he's this and that, he disrespects Africans and West Indians. No, he tells the truth about their country because he has been to their country. It might not be the story that you want to tell them, but at the end of the day, you can't talk about black Americans like that. If niggas help you, you can't. Let me tell you something. If a nigga help you get $100,000 and the nigga just lost like 50,000. Oh, this nigga just lost 50,000. Oh, niggas don't know how to balance their money. It's like, nigga, how you talk about me losing $50,000 and I help you get $100,000 and you was eating out of that, was it the what you call it? You was eating the macaroni and cheese out the Easy Mac cups and stuff like that before I help you get $100,000. You be like, oh, nigga, that's fucked up. How you telling my business like that? Like, my nigga, how you trying to shit on me? And I'm the one that helped you. You know? This is the shit that we gotta look at it. Myron Gaines. Habibi Myron Gaines. And that's not even his real name. His real name is like Amuru. That's his real name, Amuru. And niggas look, let me tell you something about Myron. Myron is not an ill nigga. He's not a cool nigga. He never been dope in college. The nigga was on a crew team. Do you know what a crew team is? It's niggas who row boats. So he's a professional fleer. His father fled from his country and his father trained him how to flee professionally. His father's a gypsy cab driver. What's Eric Nishi? Political power. And he stopped talking about reparations since Trump. No, he still talks about reparations. That's why I still listen. Cause that's my goal, is the reparation. I want the reparation, especially in Boston. You know, I don't think we have a big population of black people in Boston, but we got a big population of immigrants too. That's why this is a sanctioned state. I hope that sanction shit goes away too, because at the end of the day, it's just a waste of money. I'm gonna be personally honest. You know, send them niggas back, or give them 90 days to get their green card. You know, all you gotta do is just marry some old ass ugly motherfucker. You can even marry a nigga with a lace front now. You know, so the fuck. Don't forget, Boston was probably the first or second state to marry to have with the same sex marriage. No, ADOS is an organization. ADOS don't have a plan. What is ADOS's plan? They don't have a plan. ADOS don't have a plan. They're not trying to disrupt anything. You know? The plan is to disrupt everything that's going on. Every time they needed us and all this other stuff, they're not going to hear our demands. We're not going to vote for you. We're going to tell you we're not going to vote for you. That's why Kamala failed. It wasn't she failed because, black people voted for the Republicans. No, it was never that. Not that many people voted that were black Americans. You know? That's why they was like, oh yeah, she got like 80% of black votes. But you got to look, it's 80%, but how many black Americans voted? That's what you got to look at. African, the only one pushing reparations. Yeah, because it's a debt owed. It's a debt owed, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Somebody owe you some money. Say somebody owe you $50,000. And the nigga made like a whole bunch of money and like 40 years go by. You're not going to ask for that $50,000? He doesn't. It's okay. This is what it is. It's not that he supports Trump. It just doesn't make sense for Kamala to be president and she's not helping black Americans. She's just full blown said that she wasn't helping black Americans. Trump didn't say shit. We don't know what this nigga gonna do. I'd rather go for the nigga we don't know what they're gonna do than this bitch who's gonna help everybody else except black Americans. Every time we ask her a question about foundational black Americans, she curves us. That's fucked up. And she's supposed to be one of ours. But that's your people's, Kwame. That's your people's. Why did she do that? If she knows, like, she would have got mad votes if she would have went on a Tariq Nasheed show, or if he was like the host of something. She would have got mad votes because he's big out here. Niggas fuck with Tariq Nasheed heavy. He's not hurting us. He's not hurting us. So did Kamala. So did the Clintons. So did what's his name? Obama. All of them did. They're all in that same category. But at least this is what I'm trying to say. At least Trump didn't make no policies to hurt us. With that DEI shit wasn't even for us. It was more for white women. You know, I'm just gonna be personally honest. It was more for white women. You know, like what? DEI, affirmative actions. That was for immigrants and that was for white women. Like I said. You know, it's let's be personally honest, it didn't help us. It wasn't for us. Niggas was still struggling. If that was supposed to help us, why were we still struggling? You know? You talking about the was it the Black History Museum in DC? You talking about that? Because if you're talking about that, that shit hasn't ended yet. But some of that shit, actually, you want to hear something crazy? If they do end it, I do want to buy Nat Turner's sword and Bible. They can't, nah. They still have to go through a court. Like that's that Democrat shit. Them white people got you scared. Them white niggas with colorful hair got you scared, nigga. Niggas was already dying out here. The fuck? Nigga, you need. Oh yeah, you live in New York. Y'all niggas can't even have guns. We got Boston has one of the most strict gun laws in all states. One of the strict. I think it's us, then California. I see it when I believe it, my nigga. I'm gonna be personally honest. It's just right now I know niggas is struggling out here because niggas ain't helping. I know that. I think Kamala would have won or at least came close to winning if black people would have voted. But niggas didn't want to vote for her because at the end of the day, like I said, it's that undermining shit. You know, and only time she was black when it was convenient for her. You know, so niggas didn't like that. I'm gonna be personally honest. Black people didn't like that shit. You know? And like I did a show, I don't know if it's still up there. I did a show is the old like civil rights leaders, are they undermining like the new leaders out here? The new motherfuckers who's on the forefront. Cause we really don't have leaders right now. But we got niggas on the forefront that's leading the way and shit. You know? That's what I always wanted to know. It's like, yo, who is on the forefront of this shit? Once we find out who's on the forefront of this, like, yo, there's a lot of us on the forefront. You know? Improper theology. I'm gonna be personally honest. That nigga just talks. I'm gonna be personally honest. He's a talker. He don't really do anything. This is the first time I've ever seen him make a whole bunch of laws and policies. But you also gotta understand too, even though he try to put the bill out for these, niggas have to vote for this stuff to be out here to have these policies. And most likely that's your state that has those laws where the cops can like just beat you the fuck up. You know, or just stop and frisk you. You know, not in Boston. I can ask questions. I could call him a punk pussy motherfucker. Yeah, I can do that, you know. Executive order, the program of improper ideology. Yeah, he could do that, but it's not improper, you know. It's the truth. You know, you can't hide the truth. You know. Them niggas ain't leaving that country. Because, you know, if they leave that country, they can't do that bullshit that they do in South Africa. That's why they don't want to leave. They can't put their hands on no black person in America. Them niggas will beat the shit out of them. Then all we got to do, oh, that shit was self-defense. Then they'll have to go right back to their country. Them niggas don't want to leave their bread and butter. They beating the shit out of those South Africans. Got gates and shit all over their fucking building and shit. Yeah, nigga, let me tell you something. This is why I was like, yo, look at these niggas over here and look at those niggas over there. Them niggas who be talking crazy. Not over there in the other countries, not your peoples. I'm talking about people over here in this country. These niggas talk crazy. Yo, these immigrants talk more crazier than black people. Like Kwame, you talk more crazier than black people. All jokes aside. All these, you gotta look at it. All this shit that Black Americans have fought and dealt with just for y'all niggas to come to this country. Then you come over here. Oh, y'all niggas is beggars. Oh, y'all niggas is lazy. Like nigga, we wasn't lazy when we got y'all out of Jamaica, right? We wasn't lazy when we got you out of. We wasn't lazy when we got you out of fucking warfare. You know, it's just yeah. He hasn't been talking about him because there's nothing really been popping off with Trump. I'm gonna be personally honest. I haven't been even talking about Trump. I really don't talk about Trump because to me, he be talking to be talking. You know, to me, he's a nigga because he kicks you while you down. He ain't black, but he act like a nigga. Kick you while you're down, talk shit about you and stuff like that. Don't let that nigga take a dirt nap. That nigga, that was God's work. You say some shit like that, you be like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah. But I'm just being personally honest. Like, look at all those niggas. Myron. We got to keep on using Myron. You know why we use Myron as an example? First of all, he's a fucking loser. Everything he does is statistic and never experience. That nigga never experienced anything. But he tells everybody about experience. Openly support. Get rid. He never said that though. That's the thing. He never said anything about Black history. You know? Yeah, he never really said anything about Black history. You know, everybody keeps on throwing that executive order is not just talking. No, he's talking. That shit, you gotta look at it. That shit ain't gonna get passed. If that shit is crazy, that niggas ain't gonna pass that shit. It always been like that. Cause you gotta look at it too. One thing I was gonna talk about, the conservatives is turning on Trump now. Actually, they on Donald. Yeah, they turning on him. Donald ain't getting no break, man. He's getting all that smoke. Myron turned on him. And Candace Owens turned on him a little bit. What's the white Mexican dude? Nick Fuentes. He turned on him a bit. Yeah, them niggas is turning on him. Especially with the Carmelo Anthony thing. They're trying to turn on him. You know, the father saying it wasn't a black and white issue, but niggas is trying to make that a black and white issue. That's why Jake Lane got packed out by the nigga's father. He's like, yo, take my fucking son's picture off of that. Stop trying to start a race war. Yeah. I don't fuck with the civil rights. And the reason why the civil rights put us in a bad situation, that's why I don't fuck with the civil rights. Dred Scott. Who's Dred Scott? Hold on, give me a second. I don't know who's Dred Scott, so let me see a picture. Damn, Dred Scott is an old ass nigga. What did he do? This nigga's dead. What happened to Dred Scott? I don't know. He's dead. That's all I know. Oh, Dred Scott decisions. Hold on. Let me read up on this. Dred Scott decision declare that enslaved people or not citizens. No, that you can't rule. You can't take out the 14th Constitution. That's the 14th Constitution. No, you can't do that. It's a constitution. If you take the Constitution out, America won't be America. And it'll start a backlash. That definitely ain't going to get passed. So, and where are they going to send black Americans from? We were already here. Like the 14th Amendment wasn't for you. So say like, okay, I'm going to tell you this shit. I used to fuck with this girl who was a Cape Verdean. She was born in America, but she was anchored here. They were trying to send her back to Cape Verde. You know, so because I guess the 14, it was some type of technicality, so she had to get married. And the reason how I know that, because I was fucking with her when she was married and she got pregnant, and she was like, oh, I can't keep it. Courts and shit. So, yeah, man, shooting up the club all in her and everything, man. She was a freak. She was only like 5 feet and everything, man. I was like, damn, good pussy and everything. Them Cape Verdean girls, they got good pussy, you know. He can't get rid of that, bro. That's why I said them niggas be trying to scare you, man. Hold on a second. Okay, my package arrives. Yeah, man, don't let them niggas scare you and stuff like that. You're good, bro. What you complaining? You're good. You're good over here, man. You don't got $1 million worth of whiteness, but yo, you're better over here than in Jamaica, my nigga. Only thing you need to be scared of, oh yeah, you're a citizen. You're good, my nigga. What you crying over that shit for, my nigga? You act like that shit's gonna affect you. This is why this is why I tell you all the time, Kwame, that shit doesn't affect you. Your citizenship can't get denied if you don't got, nigga, if you're a citizen, you're a citizen. If you're an immigrant and you never got your citizenship, if you go to jail or some shit, you're getting sent back. You're gonna get sent back. So you better off, and I'm gonna tell all y'all immigrants right now, it's better off to get y'all citizenship right now before that law passes, where they take the 15 the Constitution from you. But yeah, this nigga was this nigga was an American citizenship. Hold on, where was this nigga born at? Dred Scott. That's crazy. I gotta look him up now. Thanks for telling me about him. Was he married to Harriet Tubman? Oh, Harriet Scott. I thought he was married to Harriet Tubman, cause she had like 2 husbands, Harriet Tubman, and she died in like 1914. So that bitch was in like 1700s, freeing slaves and shit like that. If you really want to mess around with a nigga like that, look up John Horse. That nigga never been a slave. He was black and was native. Never was a slave. He was fighting, I think, in the Florida War, for like 30 years or some shit. And he died. Yeah. John Horse. That nigga was lit out here. All right, I'll get my package in a little bit. Damn. I'm going to say that. But you know what? I'm going to say this. The only way, and I'm gonna be personally honest with you, the only way I think, if we ever have a coalition, or just a black coalition, without the 14th Amendment. Yeah, it was an amendment. I'm sorry, the 14th Amendment, not the Constitutions. My bad. You're right. Black Americans are citizens, because we're not from no other country. We're from here. Like, everybody's from Africa. Even white people. White people are from Africa. Even though they're from the Caucasus Mountains, we had to send them up there because they couldn't fuck with the sun. But there's a but. But I feel like they can't take away the 14th Amendment. You can't fuck with the 14th Amendment. Technically, Christmas is illegal in Massachusetts. Technically, it is illegal, because they never changed the law when the Pilgrims came. Look it up. It's crazy. This English guy told me that. I got that from this English guy from the UK. This is why he gives states the right to discrimination to refuse schooling. Y'all gotta understand, we only gotta deal with this for 3.5 years. I tell people this, and this is where people fucked up at. When Joe Biden came in, he wasn't supposed to be a great president. He was just supposed to get us. He wasn't the best pick. We're just like, yo, we just need somebody just to get through this shit with Donald Trump. This nigga, he's disrupting everything. I got that part right there. Especially with the COVID shit. But we have to understand too, if we're gonna find somebody who's just gonna be decent, we should have never chose Joe Biden. I'm just being just being personally honest. Joe Biden wasn't the best. Joe Biden was probably one of the worst. You know. So I think Obama was great. Obama didn't do shit for black people, just like everybody else, just like every of these other presidents. They didn't do shit for black people. And let me tell you something. All y'all red pill niggas, stop saying the Jews killed fucking what's his name? JFK. It was a mob hit. I don't know which part of I don't know if it was the Irish mob, the Italian mob, or the Jewish mob, but it was a mob hit because Bobby Kennedy was trying to extort the mob. And that's how his nephew or his cousin got killed. Yes. Bobby Kennedy was, I'm being personally honest. He was extorting the mob. He's like, nigga, we help you become a president, and now you're still trying to extort us? We got something for you. We got that act right. That's why that gun that they had was like military or some shit when they killed him. You know? Let me see what you said. When the Trump say he's giving states right back, he's talking about the Confederate to deny school. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to go to a white person's school anyways. I want to be around my own kind. I'm going to be personally honest. I don't like to be around a whole bunch of white people like that. I'm still trying to, let me tell you something. I'm still getting used to being around white people. Because I already, like even liberals, I'm very uncomfortable sometimes. Just the way how they talk to each other, the way, I'm being personally honest, the way how they talk to each other, their dark jokes and shit, like, yeah. I get nervous. You know, I get nervous around these fucking people. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, is these motherfuckers vampires or some type of shit? I'm like, yo, why do they talk like that? You know, or if a motherfucker's conservative, they get mad. That's why I always tell black people, yo, don't let them fight, man. Let them white people fight. That's all they're good for. Let them people fight each other. They talk about black on black crime. All this white on white crime we've been seeing lately, man. Niggas hasn't been talking about it. Niggas hasn't been talking about it. Let me tell you something, Kwame. I wish you was there. I packed out at least 20 or 30 fucking white supremacists by myself on this chat. I think it's still up here. Them niggas got mad at me. Call me everything except the child of God. They're not used to of a motherfucker like me talking to them like that. Saying whatever I wanted to say about them. They say some racist shit to me, so I told them to go back to the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. There's a nice cave up there for you, nigga. Calling them Neanderthals and shit like that. Esau. The thing about y'all immigrants and tethers is just y'all want the acceptance of white people. Fuck them niggas if they don't want to accept you. I'm just being personally honest. And it should have been like that. Because you know what? Blacks and immigrants would have never had a fallout. Bro. Niggas ain't scared of these white laws. You gotta understand it. You gotta understand. We've been through 3 times worse than this. We're black. Let me tell you something. Look at our history. We've been through 3 times worse than that. And they know they can't do anything without us. So they do all this scary shit to you and stuff. Nigga, they can't do anything without black people. Nigga, period, black community. If they really want something, the black community, I'm talking about you too, my nigga. You getting scared over some shit that niggas ain't gonna do. Them niggas will lose money. Like, Kwame, you gotta stop doing this shit. This is why I say, yo, you acting like one of them liberal chicks that have like 30 cats, nigga. Oh, they about to take everything that I have. Nigga. They have robots. The Chinese have AI robots, nigga. So the fuck what, man? Them niggas thinking about money. Them niggas ain't not gonna do anything to jeopardize anything. Them niggas sent a few niggas back. Them niggas wouldn't know why. Them niggas wasn't getting money. Them niggas wasn't paying their taxes. All them niggas is gang members. That's why all that shit is illegal. Drugs was illegal because nigga Uncle Sam don't get a cut. Look what happened. Weed's legal now. Then it doesn't hurt nobody. We should have been doing this because niggas is getting their cut. That's why niggas is paying retail prices to get high. I'm just being personally honest. Let Africa be scared. Africa is winning. Africa's not winning. Africa's complaining like motherfuckers. You know, and I'm gonna give them the best advice. Stop being lazy. Pull your straps up by your bootstraps and do some work. Fight. Have them niggas need a fight. They can, but they're not. Gaddafi already tried to do that. And that niggas are taking a dirt nap now. Gaddafi was about to change the currency of African money. He had African unity. And it was a name. What's her name? Your girl, what's your girl's name? Hillary Clinton got him killed. I believe that. I believe that shit. I think Hillary got him killed. Because he would have crumbled the currency. I mean, he would have crumbled the economy because Africa is rich in resources. And Africa used other people's money in currency. That's why Africa is down bad, my nigga. I'll be personally honest. Them niggas is down bad. You know, they can't make no money off of it. It's just, they're always going to be like that because them niggas are scared and they want white acceptance. So I'm not worried about no Africa. Africa's talking about, pride this, pride that. Nigga, y'all niggas is skinny old white people. The fuck? All this pride shit. Yes, white man. Yes, white man got them niggas sitting on their back and shit like that. Come on, white man, you can sit on my back. I'll carry you. Where you need to go? Just shit like that. Doing monkey looking shit. Yeah, let me tell you something. There gotta be more people like him. They gotta, I'm gonna be personally honest, they gotta be at least 70% of Africa that does that. England is not gonna give that shit up because they can't survive. They can't survive. Nigga, if all the African and Caribbean people took back all their shit that they have, England will go down. England will not have a currency. You know? Kenya, Ghana. I wouldn't trust no Nigerian. I'm gonna be personally honest. I wouldn't trust Nigeria. You see how they sold out Benin? I'm gonna be personally honest. I would never trust a Nigerian when it came to war. They sold out Nigerian for goosey nuggets, nigga. For bushmeat nuggets, nigga. I'm just being personally honest. You can fuck around with Nigeria all you want, but them niggas, I wouldn't fuck with them like that, especially with no war. Ghana, I'm 50-50. Especially, this is the thing. When it comes to Africa, it's more tribalistic. You know, it's not, I'm just being personally honest. It's tribalistic. Them niggas, they don't give a fuck about the name Africa or Nigeria. They care about where you from. Oh, you're Yoruba? You Igbo? No, we ain't fucking with them. It'll be on some shit like that, you know? That's why you never hear about no Nigerian unity, you know? So that's some shit that they gotta figure that out. They're not gonna figure that out. America can survive because we can grow it in our country. You know, it's just cheaper to buy it from other people. Like farming, niggas could pay for agriculture. That's no problem. It's just, you know what? They don't want to put the money into it. They want other people to do it for cheap, you know? instead of buying it from people. I'm just being personally honest. They can do that. All you gotta do is get a greenhouse. You're good. Yo, nigga, I lived on a farm. I lived on a cotton field, nigga. So I know. It's just it be like that. You know what? I'm gonna land. I'm gonna say this. Uh, and also too, before I land, I'm gonna say this. The reason why Africa ain't gonna work out is because people like Myron Gaines. Myron Gaines, Walter Wheats, the Nick Flentes, they're always gonna say some crazy shit about immigrants. Even though they support these niggas like Myron Gaines, Nick Flentes and shit, it's just hold on. Can't even survive if DJ. He just doesn't want to do no work. That's it. He think it's cheaper for other people to do it, and you just pay for it. I always tell people this: it'll bring more jobs if we do it ourselves, and we don't got to pay for the resources because it's our resources. You know, it's always like that if you kind of think about it. It's gonna cost money first, but it's a great investment. You know, all you gotta do is pay the person who owns the oil well. You know, it's like that. Um, I do want to say this. I'm gonna land here. The reason why this shit don't would never work, Kwame, is because people like tethers. They want to undermine them. They want to undermine immigrants, and they forget that they used to be an immigrant. Their family, they have immigrants in their family. They always talk about this American way, but you got to understand, most of these white people are immigrants to this country. This country is not this. It's not one white person. One white person can't say they're indigenous to America. They can't. They could say, "Oh, I'm indigenous to Germany, Ireland, Scotland, even Dutch countries." It's just, but they can't say they're indigenous to America. Black Americans could say we're indigenous to here. The reason why we can say that we're indigenous is because we were already here, one, and people brought us here. No, they wanted us to be indigenous. That man was born in Virginia. So he can't be an immigrant. You know? Not even people who were brought here from Africa are immigrants. Because they brought him here. You know, so in the ethnogenesis that I talk about, because there's like, you gotta look at it. Black Americans have like 3 or 4 different type of DNA in us. Native, Black American, Black natives, maybe some African, European, like my nigga, we like Nigerians, they're pure African. But you can't be like, oh yeah, I'm African, and you don't know what part of Africa you're from, but you gotta, because the thing about it, they're trying to make us a generic type of off-brand African. You know? No, they can't. Where are we gonna come from? That's the thing. Where are we gonna come from? Where are we gonna go? We had an ethnogenesis. White people can't say they had an ethnogenesis because they only fucked with white people back in the days. You know, so yeah, they can do that, but they're still immigrants. They can still get sent back. That's the thing. They could still get sent back. Like, I'm gonna be personally honest. My baby mother's an asylum seeker because her family was a part of the Khmer Rouge. If you know what the Khmer Rouge is, that's when they killed like 6 million people in Cambodia. So they were in Thailand. They were in a concentration camp in Thailand. And how their shit started because of the Vietnam War. Them crazy motherfuckers that went to Vietnam, they just started killing everybody. And they had to flee to fucking Thailand. I understand that shit. But you can't flee when there's no genocide, my nigga, or there's a little war. Everybody goes through a little war, you know. And I tell people this all the time. If you get all the knowledge, go back to your country and fix your fucking country. Nigga, you're gonna be more popular in your country if you fix your own country. You're gonna be in history books. Why would you want to be in America cleaning toilets, my nigga? Or changing somebody's fucking diapers. Or driving somebody around where you can fix your own country and your country can be great and you probably get a fucking statue. I can't do that. I can't go to Africa and do that. Them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about me, and I'm gonna be personally honest. You know, but it is what it is, man. Y'all want to stay over here, do these little minor ass jobs instead of being great in your country? By all means, do it. But y'all can't talk shit though. That's the crazy part. They're not gonna send no foundational Black Americans back to Africa. Where the fuck they gonna send them back to? Nigeria? America funds most of the wars. Fucking kick them out. There's more y'all than more of them. Y'all can buy guns from Russia. Y'all, nigga, come on. Y'all got money. Y'all got some type of money. Y'all can make up some type of deal where they'll fund your war, especially Russia. It is what it is. And this is just coming from a poor Cuba. No, I wouldn't say Cuba. Fidel Castro had them niggas in check. Let me tell you something. Fidel Castro is the reason why Americans couldn't come to Cuba at all. You know. That's y'all Pan African niggas. I'm being personally honest. Those were your Pan African niggas. You know, they fell for the okie doke. I'm gonna be personally there's no foundational Black American country in Liberia. Y'all got slavery in Liberia. Y'all got slaves over there. I'm good. I'm not going to no fucking Liberia. Ain't nothing in the Liberia. Nigga, look at your boy fucking, what's his name? Fat nigga. Poetic Flacco. He's from Liberia and he left. Why the fuck would I want to go over there? The fuck, nigga? You go to Liberia. You tell me why. You show me why fucking Poetic Flacco's family left, my nigga. I'm just being personally honest. That shit is crazy. Nope. It was funded by Africans. I'm good. We didn't fund that fucking country. We didn't found that country. And niggas is going through slavery in fucking Liberia. Nah, y'all keep that shit. Yeah, you save that shit for the birds. I'm gonna be personally honest. Yep. I don't want that bullshit. I tell niggas that real fast. But I'm gonna say this. Let me charge my computer. I'm gonna finish landing too. You probably right. I never heard no shit like that. I'm gonna be personally honest. It's probably one of those fucking civil rights Black people. Cause a real nigga ain't got nigga. We just got out of slavery because of these niggas. I'm good. You go back to fucking Liberia. You go to get in Liberia. And plus, Africans wouldn't give us no land. I know that from a fact. Just talking to Africans. Africans ain't that nice. They got to get something for it. I'm just being personally honest. I dated a lot of African women. I know that shit is not cheap. And I was telling y'all in the beginning, I was like, yo, y'all better stop getting these D-list fucking side chicks too, man. You know? I'm just being personally honest. Yeah, that's how y'all niggas be getting caught. How you think, what's his name? DJ Envy almost ended up in a nut house because of Erica Mendez. She's a D-list side chick. You know, she thinks she deserves more than she's getting. Bitch, you deserve a good time. That's all you deserve. You know? No, he didn't. Don't start. No, those were white people, my nigga. No, we don't do shit like that. That's not even in our DNA. Maybe the Africans enslaved us and sent us over here, yes. But enslaving other people, no, we don't sell people and stuff like that. That's not even in our DNA. We don't do shit like that, you know. Um, but yeah, it's just like I said, it just doesn't make sense. Right now, like I said, Kwame, you need to watch a little bit more of Tariq Nasheed and try Alpha Elite. Definitely look at them. You'll start to see what's really going on and stuff. And don't watch just half of it and say, "Oh, I know what they talking about." Nah, be like, "Yo, my nigga, let me watch this whole thing. Let me dissect this shit." After you dissect that, you could come back to me. I'll debate you, my nigga. You know, get the two screens going on and everything. Um, I do want to say this though. I wish there was a coalition with Africans and the Caribbean people, but they haven't been fucking. They, nigga, y'all been shitting on us ever since the '80s. Let's personally be honest. Within the past 4 to 5 years, that's when we started defending ourselves, because we started talking this foundational Black American shit. Yeah, we can debate Tariq Nasheed. I'll definitely put it on my channel. Um, I'm gonna say this though. Um, oh yeah, I'll definitely I'll keep in touch with you, man. And we can do a debate. But I'm gonna say this. I wish there was a coalition. We probably would have got our calling us coconuts in African. Nigga, I was called an African booty scratcher, my nigga. I was called a coconut. That's just how niggas shit on niggas. Oh yeah, I love the banana boat shit. Hey, blame white people for that. That's what white people say to y'all. We don't say that to y'all. I was even accused of being on a banana boat, my nigga. Come on. That's white people. Why don't Let me tell you something? Why don't you got the smoke for that white people who be saying that shit? That's where that shit came from. It came from white people. The African booty scratcher, that came from a movie, and that was towards another black person. I'm not black. I'm from Southside Crenshaw. You African booty scratcher. That's where that shit came from. Musty. Oh yeah, that's from us. Tether. Well, tether always been a word. Tether means like you latch on to something. You know, so it's not really a bad thing. It's just a word saying like, yo, you latching on to something. You know, that's all. Or you leeching on to something. Musty. Everybody was called musty. I was called musty. You know why? Because I forgot to put on deodorant that day. You know, I was called. Oh, that nigga's musty. Woo! Oh, it was a musty. Oh man, they used to call me a musty Owen that day, man. I didn't forget no more, man. I didn't forget to put on deodorant no more, man. Yo, it be like that, man. Those are jokes, man. Those jokes was like 20 years ago, my nigga. How old are you, man? Come on. Are you serious? Are you serious? Bushmeat eaters. Yeah, oh, that's just, yeah, that's, you're not African, my nigga. Come on. Haitian eats cats. That was white people. That was white people who started that shit. We only said that to the Philippines and the Asians, man. Come on. Nope. That's white people. That's white people. You don't got that. That's the smoke that you don't want. That's from your white daddy, man. Your white zaddy, man. So you're not gonna talk shit about them like I do. So I'm just being personally honest. Yeah, I talk shit. You know, so it's just it is what it is, man. You can't take shit like that serious, man. First, life is too short to be dwelling on that type of shit. Second of all, just stay away from them type of niggas. You know, niggas be cracking jokes and stuff. I'm around niggas who crack jokes because my family's a. I'm I'm from the projects. I'm a project nigga, so that's what we do. We talk shit about people, get niggas into fights and shit like that. After that, we go drinking. That's what I used to do. I don't drink no more like that. I cut down. If anything, I drink some wine. Give me a second. I don't know what you talking about. But yeah, my nigga, those is jokes, my nigga. Yeah, don't. And the thing about it's worse when it comes from a white person because niggas believe white people. He said the FBA Tyson Bedford. That's fucked up. My man. All right, Kwame. I'm getting off this already. All right. But yo, y'all have a good day. You too, Kwame. Have a good day. Uh, I might do a show Friday tomorrow. I just gotta talk to my uncle. He's locked up. I gotta see when he's getting out because I think it's this month or next month that he's getting out and stuff. And I gotta tell him that one of my cousins popped his wife, man, wife and her kids and shit. Well, nigga went crazy, so I know he probably seen him in there, but yeah, that's what he did. He was on all the news and everything. That nigga was on the news for like 2 weeks, talking about yeah, nigga shot his wife or his significant other. I don't know if them niggas was legally married. I know that nigga was in jail for like 5 years or some shit like that. But yeah, he popped to his wife, man. That shit was crazy. That shit was ugly. He was all in Mattapan. I was like, yo, is that my cousin? What up, cousin? But I gotta go back to class anyways today. I'll see y'all later on or tomorrow. I usually do 2 shows, but I think I'm gonna do one show and I'm gonna do a reaction. I know I did a reaction on the South Africans talking about black people and shit like that. And I roast that motherfucker, and he talk about having a great, nice debate. I'm not here to argue. I want to debate. I'm like, nigga, what do you think a debate is? It's arguing. But yeah, have a great day. I'll see y'all maybe tonight or tomorrow, depending on how my body.